Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be taking a look at an item that I recently found at a thrift store, and as you can probably tell from the title, that is going to be the Microsoft Office System Beta 2 Kit 2003. And when I found this on a shelf at one of my local thrift stores, I just knew that this would make a pretty interesting video. Essentially what this is it is a beta kit, as the name suggests, for something that Microsoft would hand out to businesses in 2003 to kind of promote their new version of Microsoft Office. And since I've done a lot of beta software related videos on this channel, I thought that you guys may find this to be interesting. So let's say that you were a business in 2003, you wanted to take a look at the new Microsoft Office suite of programs. How would you go about getting this? Well, believe it or not, this was actually offered as a free kit to business users. You could actually go online to Microsoft's website and you could pick up one of these kits for free, although they would charge you a $20 shipping charge. Yes, $20. So obviously it was not fully 100% free, but it was somewhat advertised as such. They just charged a pretty ridiculous shipping fee for something that could fit inside of a padded envelope, most likely. I assume that was just because to cover the manufacturing cost of all of this stuff in here, and probably also so they wouldn't lose money on shipping to worldwide customers. So before I actually open this thing up, let's go ahead and take a brief look around the packaging. So on the front here, you've got, obviously it says Microsoft Office System Beta 2 Kit 2003, an easy way to positively impact your business. Got the Office logo right here. This is honestly kind of designed as something that you could probably sit on a shelf, because it kind of has like a book spiral going on here where it kind of tells you what it is on the side here. So you could probably have this on a shelf. Maybe that's what it was designed to be kind of sit on a shelf next to books or other business related software. On the back here we've got a URL to go to the Office Preview website. Microsoft logo, copyright date of 2003, and it was designed and produced at Microsoft Studios. So let's go ahead and just open this thing up, and I will show you what is contained within. And there is a lot of stuff in here. It kind of gives you a brief introduction over here. It says welcome to the Microsoft Office Beta 2 Kit. It gives you some information about it. Right behind here we have a getting started guide, which is obviously going to be a very simple guide at kind of what each of these different discs contains, and kind of how to get started with using them on your computer. This is a 29-page booklet right here. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. So what I think I'm going to do is just kind of go through and just take everything out of the kit to just kind of show you how much stuff is in here, because there is a decent amount of stuff. So yeah, getting started guide right there. Right here is our first CD, which is the demo CD. So this contains scenarios and product demos. So there's no actual software contained on this CD right here, but there are some once we get into this kit that has a lot of software. So we'll go ahead and open this flap here. And right here we got two more CDs. So I'll go ahead and kind of bring this up here to show you what we got. So the number 2 CD is a evaluation CD. So this contains product guides, product overviews, and FAQs. So it's not actually any like software that's contained on it yet. This is to kind of give you some more information about the features that is offered by the new Microsoft Office programs. Down here we have a developer resource CD, which contains some SDKs, technical white papers, and traditional videos and webcasts. So there's 3 CDs, and we haven't even gotten to the actual software yet, like the actual trials. So that is all contained in this other booklet that comes out and can actually be separated from the main kit. So there's kind of like this little envelope style flap over here that contains that. So that's basically it for this first little part of the kit. We'll go ahead and set that aside. And now we actually get into the CD software packet. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and just take a look at how much stuff that we actually get in here. So when we first open it up, right here are 2 different product keys. I've obviously covered them up. It gives you some more information about the beta software. Basically lets you know that this is beta software and it's not intended to be used as a daily driver for software. This actually expired as you can see right here, on November 30th, 2003. And it says that after this time, the product will still operate under reduced functionality mode, limiting end user options and operations. So we're going to actually see if we can still install this and see what this limited operations mode is. So we go ahead and open this first flap right here. So here are all of, this is just one flap opening up, by the way. So we've got the Microsoft Office 2003 trial software. It does not say on the disk which programs that these contain. We also have two different language pack CDs, CD1 and 2. If I move the camera over here, we've got a disk for InfoPath, Front Page, and Microsoft Publisher. Publisher has its own disk, which is pretty interesting. So that's just this one flap right here. And now taking a look at the other one here, you can see we've got some more software and even some things that don't really relate to Office but would still be something you would want to use in a business environment. So we've got a Microsoft SharePoint Portal Server, Windows SharePoint Services, and a Windows Server 2003 Enterprise Edition Release Candidate 2 trial CD as well. Also, we've got a disk for Outlook 2003, Microsoft Exchange Server 2003 Beta 2, and Microsoft OneNote 2003. So there is a lot of software contained in here. Not to mention, I also picked up one of these as well, and this is a Microsoft Security Resource Kit. Alright, so to start things off, I've decided to take a look at the very first CD in the Office 2003 set. And that is just the demo CD, which just says discover the potential of the Microsoft Office system. We're going to go ahead and install the Microsoft Word Viewer so that it will allow us to view the CD. So installing Word Viewer 97. So you have to remember that Office 2003 wasn't out at this time, but Office XP I believe was, so it's kind of interesting that it's installing version 97. But I'm probably going to skip over like the language packs and all of like the optional stuff and just get to the software, which is kind of like the meat of this whole thing. That's probably what most of you guys are interested in, is kind of seeing how these beta versions of Office looked. So that's what we're going to go ahead and kind of focus on for the rest of this video. We're going to install PowerPoint Viewer. It's got to install a decent amount of stuff, and now it is initializing the CD. So we've got a little introduction video right here. It's playing some sound in the background. So demo CD, I guess this is going to kind of briefly tell you a little bit about. So yeah, welcome to the Microsoft Office 2003 Beta 2 Kit 2003, man, that is like a mouthful. Microsoft Office System Beta 2 Kit 2003 Demo CD. So can we, I don't believe there are any programs on this CD. We've got these different scenarios, so let's say effective teaming. And we've got a video and a demo that talks about effective teaming, and I guess how Microsoft Office 2003 can help you with that. So let's go ahead and sure, ask me later. So it's demo3.wmv. It's opening up in Windows Internet Explorer for some reason. It's not opening up in like Windows Media Player, which I believe I have installed on this VM. So it's kind of interesting, but we'll just let that run in the background. So all of these, I assume, are going to pretty much be, I mean, they're all talking about different, content and different subjects, but they're both going to have a video and a demo. I'm kind of curious because I don't see why they would be playing a WMV file in Windows Internet Explorer. So let's actually go into the CD itself and just explore all the files on it. We go into content here, and let's go to demos and see what all these videos are. So we were in, I believe that was team. Let's just go to business contact, and so we've got a business contact video right here. Go ahead and set this all up. So here's Office Outlook 2003 with Business Contact Manager.
Small business owners and salespeople are busy professionals. You use Microsoft Office Outlook productively to manage your personal contacts, schedules, and email.
So yeah, essentially what it is it's this guy giving a screencast demonstration of a specific feature in Office 2003, and in this case it's the Business Contact Manager. So like I said, I'm not going to play all of these videos because it would just kind of take way too long. Although I may consider, if there's not mirrors of this online anywhere, I may actually try to upload all of these videos for those of you who are, you know, interested in viewing them. But that's definitely going to take some time because there's a lot of different CDs, as you can probably tell. So we'll go ahead and close out of that. We also have like this little products area of the CD right here, and this is going to specifically focus on different products. So we've got Office Front Page, InfoPath, OneNote. So say we want to go down to OneNote and click on this one right here. It's probably going to be another video as well. So yeah, it's opening up another .wmv file in Internet Explorer once again. So yeah, let's just go ahead and move on, because, you know, I'm just going to talk about these things very briefly. So this obviously is not any software. These are all just, you know, some different demos. So let's go ahead and move on to a disk that actually contains some software. So the first disk that contains actual software is just the one that says Microsoft Office 2003. So I'm going to go ahead and place that one into our computer's CD drive right here, and we're going to take a look at what is on that. And like I said, I'm going to probably skip over the 2 language packs and maybe take a look at just one of those individual CDs that contains, you know, one contains Publisher, Front Page, and InfoPath. We'll probably just take a look at what's on the Publisher CD, just again for, you know, time's sake. So right now it's automatically going through and you know, running a you know, setup program right here. So it's preparing Microsoft Office Professional Edition 2003 beta, and it's going to ask us right for that product key. So let me go ahead and put that in. And so it accepted our product key. We're going to go ahead and put in our name here. We'll just say OS Forms for the organization, and we'll go ahead and click on next. We're going to agree to the terms of the license agreement. Now, I haven't set the date back on this VM, but I can very easily, you know, set the date back if we need to. So we're actually going to go with a custom install, because I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to allow us to install. So these are the 5 different programs that it has, and it also doesn't have the finalized icons. These are actually some of the older ones, so I guess they were still working on the icons at this time. So we've got Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Access. Let's just go ahead and just, you know, install those. And it's going to just kind of confirm that there. We'll go click on install. So yeah, it has successfully installed without any errors. So we'll go ahead and just click on finish here. And can we actually launch the applications? Let's see if we can do that. So we'll go into all programs here, Office, and yeah, so we have, you know, the new Office 2003 programs, but with the old icons. If you remember, Office 2003 had some updated icons. These are actually, I think, ones from Office XP or maybe even Office 97. So we'll go ahead and just launch Office Word here. So we do have that same startup screen. It, you know, looked pretty similar or almost identical to the final product. And it's come with an error saying there is insufficient memory. Let's see, beta software has expired. Please update or use the add remove program as your utility under control panel to remove the software. So it is not even going to, so which was funny because it said in that CD, or it like said it in that little booklet that it will allow you to use it in like a limited state, and it's just not even letting us do anything. It just opens it and immediately asks us to close. Let's try PowerPoint. And yeah, Activation Wizards. I just closed out of it. And oh, okay, so all we have to do is just close. Oh no, it's not even letting us enter any. Yeah, so since it's not activated, it's not letting us type any, you know, you can probably hear that. I'm like trying to type stuff into the slide here, and it's just not letting me do that. So it's, you know, allowing you to use it, I guess, but not actually like use the full functionality of it. So let's just see if we can very easily work around that. Let's just make sure all the Office related processes are gone. And let's just set the date back. So let's go to adjust date and time. We'll go back to before. Go 2003. We'll do October 5th, 2003, which is, you know, today's date. So let's go ahead and apply. Okay. So now the date is Sunday, October 5th, 2003. Let's go ahead and try to launch these programs now. And okay, so now it's saying I want to, okay, so now it's going to ask you to activate the software. So this will be interesting because if we do it over the internet it's probably going to pull the correct dates and immediately say it's not able to activate. So we'll go ahead and try that. It's connecting. Okay, so never mind. I was just able to click on cancel, and now it's letting me actually use the program. So we don't even really have to activate it. We just have to make sure that the date is before 2000 or November. What was it? 6th, 2003. November 30th, 2003. So if you set the date before then you're good. So at first glance, definitely looks very. So here's the new word icon right here. So they had the icon developed. They just hadn't put it as the actual program icon. So it definitely lets you know in here multiple times that this is a beta, part of Microsoft Office 2003 Professional Edition beta, unpublished work. But the functionality is still here. I mean, if you had put this in front of like a novice user and you kind of took away the word beta, you'd definitely be able to convince them that it is the final product, because it definitely looks like that on first glance. I mean, I remember using Office 2003 many times, and this definitely, resembles it from what I remember. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and just jump into Excel. Why not? We haven't taken a look at that yet. So all we have to do is just click on cancel, and then it allows us to actually, use the program. We can type in here, do whatever we got to do. So you could probably, I would be very, curious to know if you could actually use this as like a regular, like just some regular Microsoft Office programs and kind of use it in the modern day. Although you would have to set your date back, so that's definitely one major downside. But maybe I'll do a follow-up video running these programs on Windows 10, which I'm sure that they're going to work, because Office 2003, I believe, works on Windows 10. So I don't see why these programs would not. But there you have it. That is the, let's go ahead and go into my computer here. Yeah, the Office CD. We'll go ahead and just explore and kind of show you what files are on it. I'm actually going to see if it's the same file structure as a regular Office CD. So we've got a README setup, files in here. We've got all of our different program files. These are all the different folders it's going to pull things out of, obviously. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Let me see, what else do I want to take a look at. So we haven't taken a look on this disk. There was no publisher front page or info path. So let's put in the dedicated publisher CD and see what that is about. So yeah, it's just going right into the automated installation once again. So it's going to ask us for that same product key. We'll go ahead and just put that in. Alright, so we've got our product key entered there. We'll go ahead and again do a custom install. So it's going to install Publisher for Windows, Office Shared Features, and Office Tools. So we'll go ahead and click on Next. Install. So this probably should just add itself right to the existing Microsoft Office folder that's already on the computer. So the setup is completed. We'll go ahead and click on Finish, and now when we go into Office, we now have Microsoft Office Publisher right here, 2003. So we'll go ahead and launch this, and we will go ahead and let's just start up a, let's do this one right here. So I'm sure you guys have used Publisher before. You kind of already know what this is all about. So we can say your title, business name, let's just call it OS Forms, your title, admin. We'll just kind of put some, generic stuff in here. So we can, make this say whatever. Can change this to, we can move stuff around. Definitely really cool. I mean, I've used pretty much all the Office programs, including Publisher. I'm sure like everybody has. If you've used a computer, you've probably used, Microsoft Office or a free equivalent to Microsoft Office like OpenOffice. So we'll go to About here. We actually look like we have the old logo in here. So this one, they did not have the like finalized logo. So this is still the old one from, again, I want to say it's either XP or maybe it was even Office 97. So yeah, Microsoft Office Publisher, not really a whole lot to say. Definitely looks very similar to the final release. So they were definitely, going through those, finalizing stages of the beta, because this is a beta 2, and this was released, the copyright date is 2003, so they were probably very close to releasing the, final product of Microsoft Office 2003. So let's go ahead and see what else we have in here. Pretty much all the other ones are just like, Windows Server 2003, a SharePoint server. There is OneNote. There's a few other, CDs, and that other kit that I got, that security resource kit, it's literally just a bunch of different operating systems. I may do a separate video on that if you guys want me to, or if you guys want like a part 2 to this video where I go through some of the other non-software programs that's on the CD. But for this video, I would say that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for a quick look, or I guess not really a quick look, look at Microsoft Office System Beta 2 Kit 2003. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to get subscribed down below and turn on notifications if you haven't already to see new videos like this in the near future, which I upload every week on this channel. Also, be sure to drop me a comment letting me know your thoughts on this beta kit. Was this something that you expected it to be? Have you ever used this beta kit before, or what was your experience with Microsoft Office like? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below, as I always enjoy reading what you guys have to say. And as always, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.